We in the media, we second guess. That's what we do. We do. I mean, we fully do it. This show likes to look forward. We do have a crystal ball here. It's so damn heavy. But I should have got much smaller one.
Really
I went too big. I went too big.
Rich, go big.
I can't even just
big.
grab it. We have a magic 8 ball here. I mean, we try our best to see the future, right? But we are who we are. We're part of this animal known as sports talk radio, and I also have been around coaches. So when I talk about hot seats, it is with real serious care. When I talk about hot seats and when somebody's put themselves in the firing line and things of that nature.
Yeah, you don't like to do that. I like to do it.
But it's like families are on the line. I feel the need to set this stuff up. I do. But This is the time of year where decisions are magnified in win or go home games. It's a week-to-week league. We are in the week-to-week portion of this league where there is no other week if you lose a football game. That's it. It's over.
Over.
And so when a coach makes a decision and it backfires, it really you really need to make sure ownership believes in you. And if I'm Brandon Staley, I'm getting ready for this game against the Jaguars, and people are available or the people who are available to you. But if one of them's not available to you because of a decision you made to make sure he got out there, and the guy's injury prone to begin with, and his health, along with others, helped the team string together 4 straight wins to put them in a position to make the playoffs, which they then did so well, those 4 games, to do it, that their final game meant nothing. When they took the field in Denver last week, it meant nothing. So Mike Williams being helped off last week, everyone's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Which is the latest decision made by this coach to elicit the question of what are you doing? Even Keenan Allen took to Twitter this year when he decided, bizarrely, to go for it in Cleveland on 4th and, WTF are we doing? Keenan Allen even tweeted something out while he was injured, about what the coach was doing on the field. Like, what are you doing? And that has been a mantra so much for this coach, and he's finally made the playoffs. And so, sure enough, we were saying Mike Williams is hurt, and you're playing him in the game, and Joey Bosa, we're waiting to see his readiness, and it's not consistent with what others do, which is play him the entire time. That you could push back and say Dallas did it. Philadelphia did it. Philadelphia needed to win the game. Dallas didn't. But at least Dallas got out unscathed. So Mike McCarthy doesn't have that second. He's second guessed about everything else.
True.
But the second guess has arrived in a big way because Mike Williams has been ruled out. And then Tom Pelissero says after initial X-ray and MRI came back negative, further testing revealed a fracture in his back that he suffered in Denver.
What?
That will likely side him a couple of weeks per sources. So even if the Chargers go into Jacksonville and without Mike Williams win this game, a trip to Kansas City, potentially.
So maybe if they make the Super Bowl, he'd be back?
I don't know. AFC Championship game if they're lucky. I mean, you need Mike Williams to beat Kansas City. Chargers fans will tell you that. A couple of years. Phillip Rivers found him multiple times in a big game in Kansas City years ago. Look, the thing that's just really bizarre is this coach doesn't play anybody in the preseason. So you're willing to come out of the gate slow, I guess, knowing you've got a full season to ramp up anyway. But if you're that careful to make sure we're starting healthy, even if we do come out of the gate slow potentially, we're starting healthy. But finishing healthy, you're now like we're gonna play, guys. That's what we do. We play football around here. So the second guess is here, fair or not, it has arrived. And if the Chargers are one and done, and Herbert and this team finds themselves points challenged against a team they only scored 10 points against, just one catch for Mike Williams in that loss earlier this year against Jacksonville. So, put that in your super wild card weekend pipe and smoke it. Super. Just hopefully.
What's you smoking on, bro? Let me hit
for the Chargers. It's just not smoke them if you got them.
Hey, Rich.
I'm telling you, man, the Chargers are on upset alert.
What are you smoking, bro? Give me some.
We have to be unbiased here, but when you said about if the Chargers could go on and take on the Chiefs and then make it to the Super Bowl, I think that was the appropriate time for Magic Johnson to jump in and just let you know that they're not going to be there.
I don't know, man. This team has got a bunch of talented players. Going into the season, Chargers, many people had them winning divisions and Herbert being MVP.
Yeah, exactly.
And
how many
the moves
people
that they made in the offseason to put them in the mix?
Are these people that forgot that Patrick Mahomes was alive and is living?
Patrick Mahomes is lost on his home turf in the playoffs last year. Okay,
yeah, but
so all I'm saying is the Chargers could do it, and it would be much more feasible to do it if Mike Williams was healthy, and it looks like he won't be even for that game based on the decision in Week 18. You know? And I hate to do it. Certainly with Sean Payton out there.
Sean Payton has already said, well, I prefer to coach in Los Angeles.
Well, he hasn't said it. Information men and women have said it based on their sources, which is
Sean Payton.
Close to Sean Payton. I don't know.
Close. The guy
I'd
buys
like
his
to
milk
live
from in Manhattan Beach, Mike.
I prefer to coach in Los Angeles if possible, but that would be a very bold move. Again, Brandon Staley is outstanding with the media, and you could see he can coach football games, and he runs risks, and he does elicit the WTF are we doing elicits those statements. But the guy's not dumb, and he's really good at what he does, and he's definitely less expensive than Sean Payton. And, the Spanos family is not known to make moves as wild and expensive as it would be to fire their coach, hire Sean Payton, acquire him with whatever draft choices is required to give to New Orleans just to get him in the building for as much money as he will command. But if you think he's available and he wants to live there, and you could stick him in that stadium and say, you got Justin Herbert now. If I'm the current coach, I wouldn't do any missteps that would open these doors based on my decision-making. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.